Trans-temporal minimalism. Episode-5. No redemption is promised.
The poem is a mirror. It does not repair. False hope weakens truth.
Less words, longer echoes. Time falls into a single breath. Silence carries what language cannot. Meaning remains, even when redemption doesn't. Welcome back to our series on trans-temporal minimalism. If you are new here, this is a literary movement based on a simple idea. Less words, more meaning. Silence matters. Time overlaps. Truth is not decorated. In the last 4 episodes, we discussed minimal expression across time, fragment as structure, silence as a valid semantic unit, and fourth one, temporal layering. Today we explore the fifth and perhaps the most uncomfortable principle. No redemption is promised, and this is one changes everything. What does no redemption mean? Let's make this simple. In traditional poetry or storytelling, we expect a solution, a lesson, emotional healing, hope at the end. We are used to ending like everything will be okay, good wins, justice happens. But look at real life. Does everything always become okay? Sometimes people suffer, wars destroy cities, injustice continues, crime moves on without fixing anything. Trans-temporal minimalism says the poem should not lie. If life doesn't guarantee redemption, the poem should not promise it artificially. The poem is not a therapist. The poem is a mirror. It reflects. It doesn't repair. Why this matters? Why refuse redemption? Because false hope weakens truth. When art forces comfort, it becomes dishonest. Reality is not symmetrical. History is not balanced. Pain doesn't always end with justice. So instead of saying, don't worry, everything heals, trans-temporal minimalism says, look at it clearly, and then it stops. No explanation, no moral lessons, no emotional manipulation, just experience. And that honesty is powerful. Simple, everyday example, let's bring this down to daily life. Imagine you read a poem about war. A conventional poem might say, peace will come, humanity will earn. But a trans-temporal minimalist poem might show only smoke, a broken shoe in the street, a silent house, a clock still ticking. And then it ends. No peace speech, no heroic speech, just reality. Or think about special injustice. The poem doesn't promise punishment. It doesn't promise reform. It exposes, it confronts, and it leaves the reader responsible. The meaning is not handed to you. You must sit with it. Redemption is not promised. It's connected to modern literature. This idea is not new, but trans-temporal minimalism gives its structure. Look at T.S. Eliot in The Wasteland. We see decay, dryness, fragmentation, but doesn't he restore order? Not really. The ending feels unsettled. Or think about Samuel Beckett and his play Waiting for Godot. 2 characters wait, Godot never comes. No climax, no solution, just waiting. Trans-temporal minimalism absorbs this modern truth and stretches it across time, because unresolved existence is not modern, it is human. Why? Poetry doesn't give redemption. For simple reason. First of all, life rarely offers full closure. Second, poetry reflects experience. It doesn't fix it. Third, artificial hope can weaken authenticity. Fourth, silence is more honest than false comfort. Sometimes a pause is more truthful than a promise. Reading No Promise. The streets are empty, yet echo is still footsteps lost in dust and memory. A clock ticks past the broken hour, but nothing mends and nothing waits. Windows stare unblinking. Walls whisper old failures. The sky leans grey above the ruins, and no hand lifts the fallen. Time passes, not gentle, not kind, leaving only shadows behind. Pause, notice, no rescue, no salvation, no moral explanation. Yet, it feels complete because truth doesn't require comfort. How this connect to the first four principles? It's a very genuine question. The fifth principle is brings everything together. Minimal language intensifies reality. Fragmented structure reflects broken experience. Silence carries emotional weight. Temporal layering shows suffering, repeating across history, and redemption is withheld. Because time doesn't guarantee healing. Trans-temporal minimalism is not pessimistic. It is honest. It doesn't deny hope. It refuses to manufacture it. Sometimes the most courageous artistic act is to stop speaking before comfort begins. Thank you for watching. In the next episode, we will explore how responsibility shifts from poet to reader. Until then, less words, more truth across time. Goodbye.